According to the Bible, the people of God can be classified into three categories: the patriarch, Israel, and the church. The patriarchs who came before the nation of Israel are signified in Revelation 12 by the stars. Israel, which lived during the dark time, is signified by the moon under the woman's feet. When the Lord Jesus came, the sun shone, and the church came into existence. In a sense, during the present age, the church is in the sun, in the day, so the church is represented by the sun. Now, we can see that this woman is composed of the patriarchs, Israel, including Mary, the mother of Jesus, and all the church people. She includes all the people of God, beginning with Adam and continuing throughout the Old Testament period and the New Testament age, until the time that the Lord Jesus returns. We are all included in this woman. I have stated many times that our position before God is that of a woman. Our status is not that of a man, but of a wife, for we are all a woman before God. Do not consider that you are a wise, strong, capable man. If you assume this kind of position, you are immediately fallen. Whether we are brothers or sisters, we all have the same position before God, that of a wife. We must say, Lord, I stand on the position of a wife. I know nothing and I can do nothing. Lord, I put my trust in you. You are my husband. Whenever we take such a position, leaning upon the Lord Jesus, we are all a part of the woman. All of the patriarchs were people like this. The genuine Israelites and all the people in the church throughout the generation have been people like this. We also must be people like this. We need to say, Oh Lord, apart from you, we are helpless and can do nothing. We put our trust in you. We must realize that according to the Bible, the woman signifies the weaker vessels attacked by the serpent. Throughout the generations, the woman, the people of God, has been attacked by the serpent. The serpent attacked Job. He also attacked Israel, David, and Joshua the high priest. Hence, in Revelation 12, we see that the serpent opposes, persecutes, and fights against the woman. Although the woman is the weaker vessel, within her is the stronger part, the man-child. Now we need to consider this man-child, the seed of the woman. The seed of the woman. Who is the man-child? As we pointed out in Message 19, some fundamental Christians say that the man-child is the Lord Jesus Christ. Although I agree with this in a sense, I do not agree with it in every sense. There are two main reasons why I do not believe that. In every respect, the man-child of Revelation 12 refers to Christ. Firstly, I have already mentioned that the mother of the man-child is not a local individual woman, but a universal corporate woman. Since the mother is corporate, her child must also be corporate. Secondly, if we read Revelation 12 carefully, we will see that the man-child is raptured in verse 5. He is not raptured to the air, but to the throne of God. Some people say that this describes the ascension of the Lord Jesus into the heavens. However, in the following verse, it says that after the rapture of the man-child, there will be a period of 1,260 days. This denotes a period of 42 months, for 42 multiplied by 30 days equals 1,260 days. This 1,260 days or 42 months is the equivalent of a time and times and half a time. Time means 1 year, times means 2 years, and half a time means half a year, giving a total of 3.5 years, which equals 42 months or 1,260 days. This period of 3.5 years is the second half of the last 7 years, the last week of the 70 weeks, mentioned in Daniel chapter 9 verse 25 to 27. The 1 week of Daniel chapter 9 verse 27 specifies an era of 7 years considered by all Bible teachers as the period of the Great Tribulation. The Great Tribulation will be intensified during the last half of the 7 years, referring to the 42 months or to the 1260 days. Here is my point in mentioning all of this. If we say that the man-child is only the Lord Jesus, who ascended to the heavens over 1900 years ago, how could it be that after he ascended to the heavens, there will only be 3.5 years? This is impossible. Nevertheless, after the rapture of the man-child to the throne of God, there will only be the last half of the last 7 years. By this, we can realize that the man-child must be other than Christ himself. The man-child in Revelation 12 certainly is the complete fulfillment of the prophecy regarding the seed of the woman in Genesis 3:15. In Message 19, I pointed out how Genesis 3:15 and Revelation 12 are two portions of the divine word which correspond to one another. Genesis 3:15 we see three main figures, the serpent, the woman, and the seed of the woman. In Revelation 12, we see the same three crucial figures, the serpent, the woman, and the man-child. As we saw in the last message, the seed of the woman mentioned in Genesis 3:15 undoubtedly is Christ. However, once this seed reaches the development of the man-child unveiled in Revelation 12, it is no longer only the Lord Jesus himself, but the Lord and the overcoming part of his body. What was once an individual seed has become corporate by the time of Revelation 12. When the Lord Jesus was born in the manger, he was the individual seed of the woman, and when he was crucified on the cross to be our Redeemer, he was still this individual seed. However, after his resurrection, he was reproduced and multiplied. The one grain of wheat became many grains. Once he was the unique one, the only begotten Son, but through death and resurrection he became the firstborn among many brothers, the first son among many sons. The firstborn son is the head of the body, and all the brothers, the many sons, are the members of the body. Now, the seed of the woman is no longer an individual person, but a corporate person with the individual Christ as the head and with all his members as the body. Therefore, Christ is the head of this man-child. He is also the center, reality, life, and nature of the man-child. The head has gone to the heavens, but his body remains on the earth. As far as the head is concerned, he ascended to the heavens more than 1900 years ago. But as far as his body is concerned, we are still here awaiting the coming rapture. After the rapture of the man-child will be a time of 3.5 years. The man-child, like the mother, is universal and corporate. The Virgin Mary was part of the universal mother. Therefore, firstly, we have an individual mother with an individual seed, but eventually we have a corporate mother with a corporate man-child. We are the same as he. He is the leading overcomer, and we are the following overcomer. He is the head of the man-child, and we are the body. He is the center of the man-child, and we are the circumference. He is the reality of the man-child, and we are the expression of the man-child. He is the man-child's life and nature, and we are the man-child.